What's up everyone? Welcome to the channel. It's been a while since I uploaded a video, so my sincere apologies to my 3 subscribers. I've actually been taking a break from pool for a while, but this is a match from a few years ago, actually between myself and Ryan Buczkowski. Today we're playing 9-ball, race to 15, push-outs and jumps allowed, no 9 on the break, rack your own, winner breaks, sort of a hybrid APA, BCA rule set. Cue ball fouls only. Ryan's a 7 in APA 8-ball, a 9 in APA 9-ball, and has a Fargo of 623. We've never matched up, but I know he's a strong player. He's got a great stroke, so it should definitely be a tough match for me, but also a great one to watch too, hopefully for you guys. By the way, I'm Randy Mallett. Thank you for all tuning in. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Getting closer and closer to that 1,000 sub mark, so any support is greatly appreciated. And Ryan wins the lag, so he'll be breaking. And I'm a 7 in APA 8-ball, an 8 in 9-ball with a preliminary Fargo rating of 558. I've only got, I believe, 3 matches in the system, so I don't have an established rating quite yet. So pretty decent break for Ryan. He makes a couple balls, and he's on the 1 ball. Looks like he'll probably be playing a safety, just barely grazing the 1, parking it behind the 8, and leaving the 1 ball up table. By the way, this match was actually recorded on Facebook Live when we played, so please forgive the lack of quality. I had to re-download the full match from Facebook, edit it, and then upload it to YouTube. Pretty good safety there for Ryan. He leaves just a slither of the 1 ball. If I can just hit it with a little bit of right spin, bring the cue ball back up table, should have a decent chance of looks like I could have made that ball, but still yet not a bad shot. Left the cue ball almost right on the top rail. But I've left him a shot. By the way, all of these games, all the match stats will be recorded, and we'll give you an update halfway throughout the match, and at the end we'll have the full match statistic. So a good shot on the 1 ball by Ryan. Straight in on the 2, and we go from the 2 to the 5, 6 to the 7, and then the 8 to the 9. Didn't quite get the cue ball where he wanted it, but I believe he'll still be okay. He's going to have to play the bottom side of the 6 ball just like that. So it's a good shot, although the cue ball and 6 are both on the rail, so that's always makes it a little tough. He's jacked up over the 9. That's never an easy shot. Good little punch stroke there. I tell you, Ryan's a good player. Yeah, and he's a great dude. Down to earth, absolutely hilarious. So it was a treat to have him over for this match. First time we matched up, so didn't really know what to expect, and he's coming out of the gate pretty strong here. I only come to the table once, and that's somewhat of a failed safety, and he runs the rack out. So Ryan takes an early lead, 1 rack to nothing.
On that 6 down there, getting on that 6, I didn't like where I was, but I was like, I don't know.
So how you guys doing? You're still playing APA, playing BCA, or are we just playing at home, playing on the weekends? Leave me a comment. Let me know what your pool poison is. Are you a league player? Do you just play tournaments, or or do you just enjoy watching pool? And you may see my dog Bo, who sadly passed away about a year ago. You'll see him shark Ryan occasionally. And yes, I did train him to do that. No, I'm kidding. And as well, you might hear my wife in the background talking. Hi, Kaylin. I know, she can't hear me. Bo's a good boy. I sure miss him. It's a very laid back match. We weren't playing for money, so there wasn't anything on the line but bragging rights, if anything. Of course, we were playing live, so. But again, Ryan's real down to earth, easygoing guy, easy to get along with. So we would cut up a little bit between games. So pardon the lack of pool and lack of commentary, perhaps. So another pretty good break for Ryan. Looks like the 4 ball may be blocking the path of the 1 ball to the side pocket. If it is, the 8 ball is in a perfect position to play a little safety, hide the cue ball behind it. Again, similar to what he did in the first game. But he'll be hitting the 1 ball full, probably banking it off the long rail, hiding it up there somewhere close to the 9 ball. It looks like Ryan made the 3 and the 7 on the break. Let's see if he can make this 1 ball. Oh, so it looks like he was playing it off the 4 ball for the safety and put the cue ball right behind the 8, but the 1 caromed off the 4 and went into the corner pocket. That's okay because he's got a straight shot on the 2. He'll be going from the 2 to the 4. Excuse me, that is the 3 ball up there. Kind of hard to see on my screen. Hard to differentiate between the 3, the 5, and the 7 ball. So there goes the 3 ball, and he didn't come over far enough for the 4 ball. So I'm going to try to play it in the bottom left corner. So now he's either got a cross bank or perhaps a safety. Or cut. He may be, yeah. Wow, what a cut. And he cuts it too much. Almost scratches, but. So it gives me a chance at the table to come back and even this match. So a little tricky here. Need to play this with probably a lot of low left. Come off the short rail, then off the long rail to the right, and then come back between the 8 and 9. Just like that. Good shot. And a little straight in here, but I think I have enough angle to manipulate to get back on the 6 ball. Just not trying to do a whole lot there. Just make the ball and leave myself with a fairly decent shot, even though it's a long shot. You guys always practice these long straight-in shots like this. It's a great way to get in stroke before a match or before a tournament. And, of course, they come up all the time. Nothing more frustrating than missing a straight-in shot. I don't care if it's 2-foot straight-in shot or a 10-foot straight-in shot. And it didn't quite draw the cue ball back far enough to make the 8 in the corner. I mean, I can still cut it, but the cue ball is going to be dangerously close to the 9 ball in that side pocket. So I'm going to look at banking this, actually. And I'm going to try to hit it with just the right speed. Okay, I made it. I hit that with just enough speed to where if I missed, perhaps it would bounce back and fall in the middle of the short rail there at the bottom of the screen and leave him with a tougher shot. Oh, good shot on the 9.
Good outsider.
Evened it up. All right, so pretty good plan so far from both myself and Ryan. Again, we're playing a race to 15. This is 9 ball. And we're playing at my house in the big town of Malden, Missouri. I'm sure you've never heard of it. It's the Battle of the Ponytails. Ryan and Randy. And what do you guys think of my little graphic down there at the bottom? I kind of dig it. I kind of like that. Trying something new this time. So it looks like I'm breaking from the left side. Let's see if I go with a hard break or a medium stroke. Medium stroke. Make a few balls. Okay. Looks like I made maybe the 3 and 5 ball. So fairly tough cut on the 1. Should be playable. I just got to watch my speed and not overstroke this or understroke it. Probably gonna have to hit it with some speed to come 3 rails, and I missed the shot. Uh-oh, Ryan's got his hair down. Game on. Yeah, I can't believe I missed the shot. You see me shaking my head, but I didn't really have good shape on the 2 ball anyway. And I believe that's an intentional safety Ryan played there. Can't tell by his body language. And boy, I don't know if there's room here between the 8 and 9. But then there's not a lot of kicking opportunities here either. I can go to the left, kick off the rail just before the 4 ball with a little bit of right spin and get it down there. But wow, I'm going to try to thread the 8 and 9 here. Probably going to be a double kiss if anything. Yeah, double kiss, but played at pretty good speed, so I've got the 9 as a blocker. Ryan will come to the table. Again, jumps are allowed. But he's looking at it like he can still see a piece of it. If he can, he should be just fine. Or it looks like he's going rail first, okay. Rail first, safety. Just enough to get that 1 ball out. And it's a double kiss, but he still played it pretty well. Doesn't leave me a lot here. I've got just enough space to hit the 1 ball, but that left top corner pocket looms large. Got to be very careful here and just thin that 1 ball just slightly, and I hit it way too full. Yep, way too full. So Ryan should have no problem here running out. Here you see Bo sharking my opponent. It's kind of neat actually playing Facebook Live. We had it streaming to the big screen TV in the living room, which is off screen to your right. So if one of us made a great shot or if it was a close hit, potential foul or anything like that, there was about a 5-second delay so we could shoot and then turn around and look at the TV and watch the shot. So that was pretty cool. All right, good position on the 2 ball. So we'll be going from the 2. I believe that's the 3 up there. No, that's the 7. So he'll be going from the 2 to the 4. Didn't quite get over far enough. Well, it's far enough, but ideally it's not where he wanted to. But again, he should still be fine here. Back on the 6, so he's going to be a little out of line here. A little bit of right spin and kind of, ooh. I'm sorry, he's going, going to the 7 ball, so he's fine. It's kind of hard to make out the balls on the screen. Looks like he'll be fine here. Just come over one rail, a little bit of right spin, and get on the right side of the 9 ball. Just like that. Ryan is good. So he'll be leading 2 racks to 1. And usually I will fast forward or speed up, so to speak, or just skip altogether when we're racking during a match that I post. I didn't this time. I don't know if I just forgot or what. So apologies if the video seems a little long.
Gonna reduce the lighting around the side. I'll tell you what, plus Android camera, it's so good, it really eliminates everything. I would prefer it not to be so bright.
And this Randy guy likes to talk, apparently.
Shine more light in the room. But you couldn't see my banner. Right.
Just shut up and play, dude. Ryan was a great sport coming. It's the first time he's been to my house, first time he's played on my table. He was absolutely okay with any of the rules that I wanted. I kind of defer to my opponent, my guest in my house. There's no house rules per se. I tend to like the WPA format more than anything. Okay, looks like makes 2 balls on the break again. And you can easily see the 1, but not many options available to pocket this one. So see the 9 ball and another ball looks like could potentially be good blockers for the cue ball if he can come off to the left side just like that. And oh, goes a little wide, and I believe he just barely leaves me a shot. Just hit that a little too firm. Good stroke there. So it should be a pretty straightforward layout. I've seen me mess these up before, so nothing's guaranteed. We'll be going from the 3 to the 4 to the 5, then back up table to the 6. So getting from the 6 to the 9, even though it shouldn't be a challenge, and I've already gotten out of line. I'm on the wrong line to the 4 ball, so I'm gonna. Yeah, I tried to go right, and I bump into the 5 ball, and I'm hooked behind the 9. So just a couple inches getting out of line, and that could change your whole game. And I messed it up again, so told you. And I'm just going for it here, and I get lucky. I get so lucky. It's one of those moments where you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, and you're apologizing to your opponent. It's not intentional. It's a very amateurish mistake. But on the inside, you're thinking, I'm so glad that ball landed where it did, because now I have a chance. So, pretty tough here. I don't think he's going to be trying to hit this ball head on. So he'll be coming off a rail. Hopefully knocking the 5 out, leaving the cue ball behind the 6. I don't know. Looks like he may try to hit this ball head on, or at least off the rail. Okay, watch out, cue ball. Ooh. Okay, well, I think Ryan will take that. Could have been worse. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell from my angle if this ball is makeable. Looks like it's pretty close to the rail, so I'm not sure if I'm going to attempt a cut shot here. This is probably the shot of the match. If I do well. Okay, another double kiss. And a little luck there. That's basically what I intended to do. And we might see our first jump shot here. Oh, no, it looks like he can see the 5. Should be able to pocket in the side if he can. Yep, good shot. A little tricky here at this angle. He either needs to go high left to come around 3 rails for position on the 9, or maybe just straight draw to come back 2 rails. So Ryan's going to take his time and think about this. Oh, and he misses the ball. Again, I think he's worrying a little too much about position. So easy to lose focus on that object ball. We see it time and time again when we'll be playing great, try to get perfect position on that semi-tough shot and just miss the easy shot. Speaking of position, a great position on the 9 here. And watch out, cue ball. Come on, cue ball. Don't do it. Oh, no. You bonehead. Careless. Unforced errors, guys. By the way, this match is brought to you by Randy's apparent desire to spend more time editing videos instead of actually practicing and getting better. His wife's patience, which allows him to invite questionable characters, like Ryan, into their home. And Bullseye Billiards, an actual sponsor. Train your aim at bullseyebilliards.com. Thank you for a word from our sponsor. Showed my wife that as I was editing, and I believe she almost spit tea out of her mouth when she was taking a drink or something. Okay, so the score should be 2-2. We'll see at the end if that will affect the final result or not. If it's a close one, then I'll definitely be thinking about that third rack. Excuse me, fourth rack. But as it is, Ryan will be leading 3-1. Plenty of pool to come, so guys, get comfortable, grab you a drink, get you a cold brew or hot coffee, whatever your desire is, and kick off the shoes and watch some good pool. Feel free to drop a comment, say hey. Let me know who you think's going to win this match, who you think is the better player. Well, I think obviously Ryan is the better player. On paper, of course. Again, we've never played before now, and don't get me wrong, I'm always confident going into every match I play, even if it's someone that has beaten me every single time we've played. You got to have at least false confidence going into the match. Oh, a little bit too confident there, maybe on the 5 ball on the side. Would have been a very easy break and run. But coming into this match, I knew I had my work cut out for me. Again, Ryan's a very strong player. I love his stroke, man. He's got one of the better strokes in this area. With that said, Ryan is now no longer in Missouri. He has moved, I believe, to New Jersey for a pretty good tech job, I believe, or IT, something like that. So congrats to him. Should be an easy run out. So I'll make a mistake. It cost me the 4th rack, and perhaps things will even out here. Oh, be careful, be careful. A little too hard. And that is very lucky there. Matter of fact, looks like it should be at just the perfect angle to get on the bottom side of the 9. It's played in the top right corner. Yep. Not too bad. Oh. So I failed to take advantage of that one. Missed a pretty easy shot on the 9 there. So I've given 2 games away so far. So I should actually be leading 3-2. Instead, I'm trailing 4-1. 2 small, unforced errors like that turns the entire match around. Also, we are using template rack, turtle rack. So I kind of like it a little better than the magic rack or the Outsville. Just tends to grip the balls in a little better and seem to last a little longer as well. The turtle rack is a little bit thicker than the magic racks. But again, because of that, I believe it lasts longer and doesn't really affect balls rolling across the rack on the break. So I've never had an issue with it. Another good break for Ryan. Makes the 1 ball and he can see the 2. As long as the 9 and 8 aren't in the way, he should have a pretty easy go at making the 2 in the top right. Coming off the rail on the side for position on the 3. Then he'll be going from the 3 to the 5. 5 to the 6, 6 to 7, and 8 and the 9. I believe Ryan has made 2 balls on each break. Oh, and he rattles the 2 ball and he gets a little lucky perhaps. Okay, we'll be seeing our first jump shot of the day. I honestly do not recall if I'll make this ball here or make a fool out of myself. So you and I both are gonna watch this with bated breath and see what happens. Out, nope. Still not great at jump shots. Again, I have mostly been an APA player the past several years, as well as these challenge matches on the side. A few tournaments here and there, but not a lot of opportunities to work on my jump. Well, of course, at home, I can work on jumps, and I used to more often than I do now. But with the leagues and the tournament formats I'm accustomed to playing, jumps aren't allowed, so never really wanted to waste a lot of practice time perfecting a shot that that I'm not allowed to play. So let's see if Ryan can capitalize on my mistake here. He needs to be on the. He comes over a little too far. So he needs to be on that side of the line for the 5 ball. He just comes up. He needs to hit this a little harder. Ooh, okay, he's out of line here. Ryan's good at these kind of shots. With the 8 ball where it is, that'll definitely come into play. So if he can cue low enough, make the 6, and then come off the top side of the 8 ball, and he misses the 6 ball. And it looks like he's left me with a straight in shot, so fortunate there. It's tough to tell in the angle. I believe I can draw back over on the left side of this 7 ball. Yep. Perfect. And again, straight in. You always seem to get straight on these shots, don't you? So just draw back, come back off of the long rail, straight in on the 8. Perfect. Stop shot on the 8. Draw back just a little bit. Okay, I'm on the board. 4-2. Could have very easily been 5-1. So again, a little fortunate there. You know those pants that I'm wearing? I don't have those no more. What happened? I lost a pair of pants. Wow. Probably that night I woke up in the cornfield, not knowing how I got there. I'm totally kidding. So I'll be breaking, trailing 4-2. Again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Okay, I believe I made the wing ball. I can see the 1. It's a makeable shot. Gotta be really careful here where the cue ball is coming off this rail in relation to the 2 and the 6. If I can just come up with a little bit of right, perhaps, and then bump into the 6, and doinked the shot altogether. Well, there's my lovely bride. And my boy Bo. I sure do miss him. He was a good boy. Had that dog longer than any pet in my entire life. And it was really, really hard on me when he passed. Still is. So it's mixed emotions watching him in a video of mine. Makes me smile, but I'm still pretty sad on the inside. But you know, he was a rescue. We saved his life, got him off the street, took care of him. He was a hardhead. Couldn't train him for shit. So stubborn. But he had an amazing soul. So Ryan's got his work cut out for him here. It's not straight in, but he'll be going towards the short rail, maybe a lot of top left to get down on the 5. What a shot. What a shot. Fantastic shot by Ryan. So similarly, He's going back up and down table. Needs to get on the 6 ball after this 5. Perhaps a little bit of low left English to pocket the 5 and come off the short rail, and then the long rail and come back up to play the 6 in the corner. Okay, it must have been a straighter shot than I thought. So it leaves him with a... I mean, it's not a difficult shot, but the pocketability, if that's a word, is can be fairly low if you don't shoot this, if you don't stroke this just right. I tend to shorten my stroke a little bit, as well as the speed on those shots. Take your medicine, just like Ryan did there. Pocket the ball, leave the cue ball middle of the table, give yourself another chance. When you try to make that long shot with a lot of spin or a lot of speed, something will break down in your stroke or your cueing, and a lot of times it will lead to disaster. Good shot there by Ryan to come back around the 8. He's going to be right on the rail, though. I'm sure he'll still take it. And should be able... Okay, he's cueing low. I think I would cue high and maybe bump off the 9 to play it in the left. But again, without being at the table, it's really difficult to tell the exact angle Ryan has here. Oh, well, he would have had perfect position on the 9. Let's see if it hides behind it. Nope. Okay, so tough choice here. Sure, I could bank the 8 in the top right corner, but where's the cue ball going? The opposite way of the 9 ball. And being right on the rail, you know, I've got to play a safety here. Just create separation. And that's, well, it's not perfect. I think you can still see a piece of the 8. But had I attempted to make the shot, make a hero shot, and come 18 rails for perfect position, yeah, it was never going to happen. So part of the skill in pool is just acknowledging what you can't do and what you shouldn't do. Take an easier approach. Go with the numbers, go with the percentages, and just live to fight another shot, game, or match. Great shot by Ryan, and he's going to be out here. So, again, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank all of you guys for tuning in. Once I hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, I should be able to properly monetize the channel. So obviously as soon as that occurs, I'll be quitting my day job and... No, I'm just kidding. But I'm sure it could help supplement my income with an additional $4 or $5 a month, maybe. Hey, we can dream, right? You never know. But no, seriously, thank you all you guys for watching. Again, my apologies for not posting in a long time. Again, I'm just kind of taking a break right now. Still playing at home, but I skipped this session in APA. Honestly, just getting a little frustrated with the system, with the league. Some of the other players that I play, the same players that I play over and over and over. I'm not saying there's a lot of sandbagging in the APA, but there's a lot of sandbagging in the APA, if you know what I mean. So it's the format, and you know, as I am, I'm a 7 and 8 ball and an 8 and 9 ball. And for example, when you're an 8 and 9 ball, and I'm probably closer to a 7 than I am a 9. So if I'm a 7 playing a week 5. It shouldn't be a terribly difficult match, even if I got to spot my opponent 20 points or whatever. But being my opinion, a low 8, playing a strong 5 or a strong 4 that should be a 5 or a 6, it's almost impossible in the APA 9-ball format. So I had a string of consecutive losses. I think I lost 4 in a row, 4 or 5 in a row. Before that, I don't think I lost no more than 2 in a row. But a little frustrated with my game. Frustrated with the formats, and so instead of doubling down, doubling my efforts, and beating my head against the wall over and over, expecting a different result, I thought it'd be best just to take a brief time out, take at least just one session off. Kind of hated to do it to my 2 teams, but they understood. And hopefully I'll come back fresh and eager to play for the next session. And who knows, a lot of times, when I walked away from the APA last session, I had the full intention of practicing, working on a few of my weaknesses, getting them ironed out, getting my stroke ironed out, and then coming back and just kicking ass. But to be honest, and it's not even really something I thought about, I didn't play at home even for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, which was very odd. And of course, after 2 or 3 weeks, I rack them up, play a game, of course, break and run the first rack. So I think, oh my God, it's that's just all I needed. Just some time away, kind of reset the mind, reset the frustrations and the stress, and just to have fun, and bam, break and run. So I'm pumped up. I'm thinking, all right, here I am. I'm back. Second game, I'm sure I missed 10 shots, 11 shots. So I got a little ahead of myself, but I'll be back, and everything will be fine, whether I play great or not. Hey, APA is just to have fun, hang out with some friends, make some new friends, maybe travel to a few new places, meet some people, and perhaps an adult beverage or 3 or 10. Okay, a good run out there by Ryan. So he's up 6-2. So no problem, right? I need 13 wins, game wins, and he needs 9. So Ryan's changing his break spot to close to the middle of the table. Not sure why. He's been breaking really good, and it's a hard break, and he scratches in the side. And he doesn't make a single ball, so guarantee you he doesn't break from the same spot in the next on his next break. So, okay, a little congestion here on the bottom side of the table with the 3, 4, and a 7 all tightly wound up close together. So yeah, I'm going from the 2. I'm going to draw back a little. Leave it still, the 3 is still playable in the bottom right. And you see I'm making a mistake here. I'm not walking around on the other side of the table to look at my line on the 3 ball. So I don't really know exactly where I need to be. And that's pretty lucky. Not sure exactly why I was drawing that ball back. Maybe I was I was probably trying to break out the 3, which kind of tells me the 3 ball is not playable. So I'm going to try to carry him off the 3 into the, okay. Good shot there using the 6 ball. So from here, you're going to have a lot of right spin. Just enough to get on that side of the 6. But now I've got the 6 and 7. They're not tied up. So should be able to run out here. And I think I was going to follow the 6 and play the 7 in the bottom left corner, but now I'm going to have to draw back, and I've missed this shot. Well, you know, I'd almost assume to just let Ryan have this shot, because these are not my favorite shots. It's almost impossible to aim. The cue ball it's not frozen to the 7, but you kind of have to make your best guess at the cut angle here. And also I've got to come off a rail and put a lot of right spin to get position on the 8. And I missed it. A little fortunate with where it was left. Don't think Ryan's going to be taking the combo here. It could maybe still be playable on the right side of the 9 ball, but I doubt it. Well, it looks like he's looking at it. But it's going to be very tough to get back on the 8, so I think myself, I'm just more or less hitting this ball straight, bringing it back up table, and hitting it with a little follow to bring the cue ball back underneath the 9. And he's going for the hero shot. Oh! I'm not sure if he was going for the top right corner there exactly, but if he was, wow. Nice effort. Let's see if I can run out here with a weird angle on the 7. Yeah. It's not always the easiest shot, but as mentioned before, you just got to make sure you make the object ball, or position won't matter at all. And perfect position on the 9. Ryan gives me the 9, so it's 6-3. Still got a long road ahead of me, but with a few mistakes, more than a few so far, the match could be just about out of hand already. So a little unfortunate, been a little fortunate as well. So hey, that's cool, you know. And luckily, I haven't let Ryan win more than 2 or 3 in a row, I believe. So I'm also, you know, he'll win 1 or 2, I'll win 1. He'll win 1 or 2, I'll win 1. So it's kind of halting his momentum, perhaps. But Ryan's a good rhythm player. And I know he's kind of like me, it seems like, where he puts a lot of expectations into each shot, into each match, and he can be easily frustrated, as like I get, for not meeting or exceeding his own expectations. Okay, a really good break there. So an easy shot on the 2. And folks, I believe that's the 3 ball up there by the 6. And it looks like I knocked the 2 ball with my cue. And this will be an example of us watching the replay, so to speak, on the TV. I can see exactly where the 2 ball is. So cue ball fouls only. So we just agreed to put it back where we think it was. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Sorry, Ryan. Okay, just a simple shot on the 2. Hit that a little too firm, maybe. Okay, that's the 7 ball apparently. Up there by the 6, so it was a good shot. Let's see which side of the 5 I play on. Okay. Oof. Never want to bump in the balls unnecessarily because you can't exactly predict where the cue ball and the object ball are going to be. You can land the cue ball perfectly, but the object ball moves 2 inches because you bumped into it, and it totally screwed up the shot. And I missed that one very, very badly. At least probably partly due to my frustration from bumping into the 5 and messing up position there. But so looks like Ryan's got a 5-6 combo. And as long as he doesn't hit this too firm, he should have an easy shot on the. Oh, did not expect that to happen. Yeah, guys, combos are not as easy as you think. I know we all see the combination shot possibility when we come to the table if our opponent leaves us with one. If it can be avoided and a shot could be made otherwise or a good safety, absolutely do that 10 out of 10 times. But combos are not as easy as they look. And I don't know what in the world I did there. I struck that way too softly. Still should get out here though. 2 rails for position on the 8, and I missed this. Come on. Wow. And again, this was it's actually recorded a few years ago, so maybe 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I've gotten quite a bit better since then. One thing I've noticed that I'm not doing in this match, as I mentioned earlier, is not walking around the table and checking my line on the next shot. That's a really good idea to do that. Good bank there for Ryan. Should be able to pocket this 8. Avoid running into the 9. And he does. So Ryan will go up 7-3. But yeah, it's always a good idea to. I mean, you know where you want the cue ball to shoot the next ball. But until you really walk around to that area of the table, that side of the table, and see, okay, if the cue ball's here, if I put it right here where I want it, I'll be on this side of the ball or this side of the ball, and then you'll look at your next shot and see what cue ball path that you want to take. More often than not, you want to land on one side more so than the other. Some shots, when you walk around the table and look, you'll see, oh, if I'm on the right side of this angle line, so to speak, then it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, to get a shot on the next ball. Some shots you can look and say, well, if I'm a little bit to the left or I'm a little bit to the right, then it's okay either way. So position is not as important, but you just want to make sure you look at that next position and eliminate any mistakes as far as, hitting the ball too hard or too soft and getting on the wrong side of the line that you need to be on. So as we called it, Ryan's breaking from the side again. He makes his customary 2 balls. And he can see the 1. So let's see if he can break and run here. Ryan's up 7-3. Race to 15. Who's got the better hair, guys? Leave a comment. Let me know if me or Ryan has the better hair. Okay, Ryan misses the one, so I'll be pocketing the one, going back up for the three, and then we'll have the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course, Ryan's got the better hair. He's got the darker, more fuller head of hair. Mine's longer though, so you know. Oh gosh, a little hitch in my stroke giddy up there, or a little glitch in my stroke matrix, however you want to call it. Don't have the straightest stroke in the world, and that's definitely something that I need to be working on. Obviously, this was a few years ago, so I haven't really ironed out that part of my game as of yet. So a little tricky going from the okay. Sorry, he's on the three, getting to the five. He's just making sure he's going to be in a good position to go from the six to the seven, and that's not where he wanted to be. I'm not sure if he's going to try to cut this ball in the right corner, if he's going to try another combo, the three ball combo, and he's going for the bank shot. Looks good, looks good. Move, Ryan, we can't see. Oh, and he just barely misses it. And this is probably 3 or 4 balls that he's rattled, so to speak. Just barely misses and leaves me an opportunity, which I appreciate, by the way, Ryan. You know, I know you wanted to make this a closer match, so I'm sure you gave up a few games to me, right? Yeah, yeah. He's a little too firm. Should still be okay as long as I don't hit it too hard and get on the wrong side of the 9 ball, or too soft and not get over far enough. It's like maybe just barely. And again, kind of tough to tell, but let's see if I draw back and knock the 8 off the rail a little bit, create some separation, and hopefully lead myself with a shot. Looks like I'm playing middle ball here. Okay, maybe a little bit of left, hoping to come back off the rail and get a little straighter on the 8 ball, but I should still be okay. All right. So score will be 7-4 going into rack number 12. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break, let you enjoy some of this match, and I'll be back in just a few minutes.
She sees me shoot all the time. She sees me shoot bad all the time, so she ain't missing anything. Tell you what, that one ball's had a hard time getting in a good spot. Brad Jones thinks he's funny. True. Oh, I really love him.
Great shot, man. That's a shot. I'll do that same thing. Just gotta find your window.
Yeah.
Shot.
I'm gonna be honest, just flipping this is harder than moving quarters, just saying.
You got a point, man. Nobody can see where the well, I can if most people knew about the quarter system. Then.
Well, if you would just spend $1,500 on a whole recording software where you can put the overlays.
Yeah,
in,
right.
Good.
See, that is
So
Oh,
selfish.
yeah.
yeah.
Look at me go.
No, it wouldn't be that much. If you have a laptop and a GoPro or something like that, you can use OBS software, which
Yeah.
I use for like, because I used to make a lot of video content for my students. And you create overlays. It's really easy, actually. It's free software. It's open source. So I've never seen it used for pool, but I mean you could pretty easily. It's a little confusing at first, but do a little Googling, you can figure anything out.
Right.
There's a YouTube is, I mean,
Your friend.
well, YouTube could probably literally replace college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or any sort of noise. Don't tell anyone that's not a popular opinion,
It's not at all.
but it's true.
It is.
I learned how to code pretty much via Google and YouTube, so.
Old school topic at school. YouTube, Fortran, Pascal.
That's beyond my realm of understanding.
But Ryan, it's the future. Everybody's gonna.
I'm going.
All computers will be programmed using these codes. Oh, okay. Well, I'll soak it all in. 2 years later, HTML.
It's
HTML.
obsolete.
C, C sharp, C++, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can do Flash websites.
Java. I don't know if this one ball passes, but I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, I got it, but
Oh, yeah, I did see it in the fridge. I was like, what's that? Did you get it? Good job.
Okay, guys, I'm back, and not sure I have even shot since I've been gone. I think I broke and played a failed safety, I believe, and Ryan run out the last rack, and he's just about to break and run this rack. Let's see the route he takes to the 9 here. Great inside English shot. Perfect position on the 9. And Ryan breaks and runs. And he's up 9-4. Let's take a look at the stats through rack 13. Looks like I've got a slightly better shot percentage than Ryan, but he's obviously made more shots, more attempts. He's pocketed, what, 25 more balls than me. Breaking better. Average balls on break is about the same. I've had 4 defensive errors to his 1, and we both had 3 fouls. So, not a great effort so far on my half. Ryan's shooting pretty salty. It's going to be a tough deficit to come from behind. It's possible. I need 11. He needs 6. Definitely looking like the stronger player so far. First half of this match. A little fortunate there. Good shape on the 2.
Turtle rack game in Japan couldn't get Americans from it.
yeah, Tampa has a better resale value.
I do like it actually. Now I'm kind of starting to figure it out a little bit. I do like it.
Apologies if the camera seems to shake periodically. That's more than likely my dog.
Oh, really? Because doesn't
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, you can rack with either one. A-bar rack holds good.
Okay, so Ryan will be probably hitting this with a little follow.
Rack, playing balls.
Come, okay. Oh, it looks looking to play on that side of the 3. I thought he would just follow and play the 3 in the right side pocket. But he's the one at the table, not me, so he may see something that I don't. And what he sees that I didn't is that the 3 ball is not on the table. Looks like that'll be the 5 ball, so it'll be going from the 4 to the... No, excuse me, that is the 3 ball. Not where I thought he wanted to be. He made the shot, though. Not going to get any easier from here. Going from the 4 to the 5. It's going to be a whole lot of low rights. Oh, and he miscues.
Mulligan.
Of course, we all look at our tip whenever we miss cue, thinking that something must be wrong. And I'm sure he had chalk on it, just cued a little too low there. Okay, from here, instead of taking a direct path from the 4 to the right side of the 5, I'm going to take a more natural angle and use follow to come off the rail. Of course, I'm straight in. I don't have the angle, but I should be able to still play the 6 in the side. And it looks like the perfect angle to follow and play the 7 in the top right. Not exactly where I wanted, so now I'm going to have to play on the left side of the 9. Like so. And I'm back on the board, 9 to 5. So I need to start chipping away at this deficit. I'm trailing by 4 racks and a race to 15. Still need 10 wins. While Ryan does a little bit of tip work. Guys, by the way, I'm not bald. My hair is very thin. It's very blonde. Very much looks like I'm bald. I know I usually wear caps when I play.
So there was this guy that was telling me he used
Not the case this time.
and he would sell a couple of Cadillacs a year. And he said when someone would buy a Cadillac,
Again, thanks for joining. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't.
when he'd sell a brand new Cadillac, because he was like, just got to get the first one over it, and all the other ones.
Probably wiping some of the tip mark that Ryan left on the cue ball. Ooh, and the cue ball goes straight in the side pocket. Got to do a much better job at controlling the cue ball off of the break. So I had a good opportunity to possibly get a few games in a row on Ryan. It's still possible, but I don't see any big problems here, except for the 2 ball. I don't believe it slides past that 7. Not sure. Yeah, looks like he's going for it. Oh, looks like he had enough room. Just barely misses. Runs into the 7 ball. But it could be worse for Ryan. It didn't leave me with an exactly very easy shot. So we're going to attempt a kick safe here. Pretty slow speed. Just come over on the top side of the 2 just like that. Perfect. Very good shot. Looks like Ryan will be attempting a return kick safe. And close hit. Looked like he did strike the 5 and or 9 before the 2, so it'll be ball in hand. Okay, so the 3 ball will be the ball right there between the 9 and the 7. A little tough to see. Oh, I was wrong. It's no, yeah, okay. Okay, a little flat on the 4 ball. Not the angle I wanted, but I should still be able to use a little backspin. Just come around off a short rail and then long rail between the 8 and 5. Oh, must have been one of those cases where I just didn't feel right about the shot, so I just wanted to make sure I pocketed the ball and not leave myself too terrible, which I kind of did. So it's the shot of the game right here. It's like, okay, good shot. Came out a little too wide. So I'm either going to have to play this with some speed and use 2 rails for position or slow roll it if possible, but that 9 is going to be in the way. So probably going to have to play short side position on this 7 ball. Or I may be trying to use follow. Yeah. Okay, well. Yeah.
Privacy settings or something on it. Weird. Still can't get in.
Not optimal. Tough position here. I got to use the 9 ball as a blocker, right? And I'm trying to make this. Wow. Okay.
Oh, that's too much.
And right in the pocket. Ooh. Almost scratched. Good shot. Didn't leave myself with much. And at this point, you got to go for the win. You got to go for the bank. Or the cut, of course. Always cut. Always, always, always cut the ball instead of banking if it's possible.
I thought once you finish that one,
And just from this angle,
it was good.
sitting at the screen, watching the match, definitely looked like a bank shot. And must be a bathroom timeout. So we'll take a timeout real quick. Folks, we'll be right back. Oh, well, I'm back, but I'm going to go ahead and take a break again. I'm actually doing my voiceover work at my workplace. Luckily, though, I'm on night shift this week, so not a whole lot going on, not very busy. But yeah, guys, I'm going to take a quick break and get a little bit of work done, and give me about 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. We'll see you in a little bit.
This was something, we just don't know what.
That's what he said. He does not. I mean, he looks
Yeah.
so much like. I mean, he looks like a pure robot, in my opinion. He's even got the lab tail.
Yeah. Oh man, that thing is a killer to the shins.
My Stewart, he's got a bushy back tail. They don't have it very often, but he's got a bushy one.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. We make fun of him all the time. The Stew.
Aw.
Does he get wet feet?
Some of them are. Like, I think he's got an extra dew claw
See it.
in the back
I
too.
saw that.
Yeah.
See it.
It's not connected.
See it?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, you do have wet feet. That means you're a good swimmer.
Aw, I'll kiss you. Good boy.
Can you lay down? Lay down.
Like, whoa.
Where's your belly?
All day.
Good hit.
Come on, the other side, I can bring it through up there.
Right, my shot.
Yeah. Almost got it, buddy.
Yeah, she's Polish too. A lot of like hang out together.
The only one of them, like, in the mail.
Yeah, it's got one of those Christian names.
Thought I was Italian my whole life. Ran my heritage.
That's a French with that name?
Yeah.
Mallet?
Yeah. It actually started off with one L and one T.
Yeah,
And
Mallet.
over the years, we added an L and a T. Yep.
Is that an Ellis Island name, like that?
I
Double
don't
L?
know. I couldn't find out anybody coming over. But right about the end is when the spelling changed, probably. Yep.
Yeah, I would have called French every day looking at that. UT at the end, that's a big one. I mean, it's not as good a giveaway as like an OIX at the end of your name or something like that, like Bosch,
Yeah.
BOIX, or stuff like that. Or,
Oh, apostrophe, whatever the fuck.
oh,
Yeah.
that's Irish.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
like an Irish thing.
Be Irish or Scottish.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick actually sounds more. Well, no, I guess that is Irish. Yeah, that would be Irish.
It is.
I was gonna say it sounds a little more like Anglo-Saxon, but no,
It's one of the few that aren't,
one of
actually.
those Celtic.
Yeah. Did you get it, big man? Good job.
Oh, I come from a long line of Polacks.
Yeah. Long line Irishman.
Oh, French.
You lasted longer in World War II than we did, though.
There you go.
Although, you know, after I'm like, okay, I'm Italian, I'm all good, I'm anything. You know, hey, Mussolini was a bitch.
There you
Well,
go.
there's that, so I've got that to it, you know.
Yeah. It's not all bad.
He started out as a socialist, actually. Before he became fascist. They kicked him out of the Socialist Party because he was nuts. I mean, it's pretty bad when the socialists kick you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's telling. Was a good boy.
I missed it. I was trying to hold it. Should have just made it. I was trying to hold it.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Ryan took the last rack, so he's now leading 10-6. But
Getting a little snug there, big man.
I have an opportunity here
He was pretty young.
to pull within 3. And not sure what happened there. Just didn't draw the ball enough. Still should be okay.
He's getting ear infections. He's definitely left.
No, he had a hematoma. Had a surgery on it. So now he
Good shot there. Leave me with just enough of an angle to hopefully get back on this 9.
You're good, man.
Pretty perfect there. Straight in. Okay, good shot. And I'm within 3, folks. Am I making a comeback? And it's now a race to 8 for me. And Ryan still needs 5. Anything can happen, so stay tuned.
Hey, get your phone.
Could be a close one.
Where's your toy?
Find your book. There
Oh,
he
yeah, he's
is.
so dumb. He knows where his toy
He
is.
does.
See if I can control the cue ball a little better on the break this time. Nope. Absolutely did not. Boy, sometimes breaking on 9-ball, you know, have a tendency to not aim dead center or just below center. When my stroke follow through comes through, I have a little bit of a hook to my stroke, meaning my right arm naturally slightly, ever so slightly, moves from right to left. So a lot of times when I'm trying to hit dead center, I'll hit to the left of center. And I'm not sure if that's exactly why I'm not controlling the cue ball better on the break. Maybe I'm just hitting it too hard. But those side pockets sometimes feel like they are just massive buckets. And of course, this is a 7-foot valley table. So most people are going to say buckets already. But these are actually, I had my pockets shimmed a little bit. I think the table came, I believe, 4.5-inch with 4.5-inch pockets. And I had them shimmed to, I believe, I want to say they're right around 4.35, something to that degree. So Ryan will give up ball in hand, and another great opportunity for me here to close the gap and make this score 10-8. Let's see if I can do it. Pretty simple layout here, no obvious problems. Just make the balls and not screw up. And yikes. All I had to do was make the ball, leave the cue ball center table. That's all I had to do. So I'm a little out of line here now. So I'm going to have to go 2 rails. Got a little fortunate that I ran into the 8. Eight ball falls. I'm straight on the 7. But hey, I'll take it. And I'm going to try to cheat the pocket here a little bit. Got to be very careful here. Okay, I'm going to draw back to try to play the 9 in the side, I guess. Okay, not bad. Just a short, steady, smooth stroke. Keep that head still as possible. Okay, pretty good. Not the prettiest run out in the world, but I'll definitely take it. Score is now 10-8. All right, how about a breaking round here? Get within 1. That would be nice. How about I not scratch on the break? That would be nice. Hey, no scratch. Not too terrible. Got a shot on the 2 and the 3. Depending where I land on the 4 ball, getting to the 5, well, no, it shouldn't be too tricky. A run out is definitely doable here. With a little top, just make the 2 on the side, roll up and down for the 3 ball, and course, miss the shot. Wow. Just insult to injury, isn't it? Just salt on the wounds whenever you miss a shot and then leave your opponent straight in. Of course, the 2 balls a little close to the rails, so yeah, that was a duck. Okay, he's straight on the 3, so he's going to have to draw back. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I guess that's the 7 ball down here by the 8. Kind of look purple from here. Okay. Much easier, it being a 7 ball. Now he can shoot the 6 and have pretty good shape on the 7. But he would like to get around on the top side of the 8 instead of having to shoot it up table in the top right corner. Oh, and he misses the shot again. Trying to just nail that pinpoint position and failing to execute the shot. Happens all the time. There's my boy Bo. Boy, he loves some tug of war. Hated fetch. He would never play fetch because he would never give me the ball or the rope or the stick. He would say, "Here, take it. I bet you can't." And I would pull and pull and pull. Oh, come on, Randy. Another scratch. Oh, my gosh. Just failing to capitalize on easy opportunities with unforced errors. And that will kill you every time. All right, it's going to be up to Bo to shark Ryan on this one now. So had the opportunities to even this match, and Ryan didn't quite get around like he wanted to. Thought maybe with ball in hand he would draw back and bump the 8 off the rail. Great shot there on the 8 ball. Great cut shot. And straight in on the 9. I'll go ahead and let him take this shot. Of course, I know he'll sink it, but yeah, maybe I should have conceded. Oh! No, I should not have. Is it going to go? No. Wow. Well, there you go. Typically, when 2 good players will play, I say good. I'm speaking for on Ryan's behalf, not on my own. But a lot of times we will give our opponent the last ball, the 9 ball or 8 ball, whatever game we're playing. If they played really good position and they're straight in, they're going to make the ball 999 times out of 1,000. If it's a shorter shot, longer shots like that, hey, they're missable. So I'll simply let my opponent shoot that shot every time. But if it's straight in and they're a higher skill level opponent or equal to me, I'm going to concede it every time. All right, so I'm within 1. Miraculously. Okay, so I made 3 on the break. Looks like the 8 and 9 ball could be an issue. Otherwise, not really seeing any problems. Could potentially use the 5 as a ball to use as a breakout ball. If necessary, the 8-9 combo may be playable as well. And this is where I need to walk around the table and get a line on that 6 to see exactly where I need to be to possibly break out the 8 if that's what I'm intending. A little tricky here because you want good position on this 6 going into the next shot. And I tanked it. So Ryan's now looking at banking the 8.
Good boy.
Landed somewhat on the wrong side of the 6. See, this is what I'm talking about, folks. Come around to the other side of the table and look at the line you want to be on for your next shot. So he uses a stick as the imaginary line that he wants to be on. So as long as he falls within a few inches of that stick line, so to speak, the combo should still be playable. The bank is off at this point. Oh, looks like he will be playing the bank. What a shot. Wow. Nice. Very nice. Okay, let's see if he can bank out. And it may be cuttable. Kind of hard to see from this angle. Yeah. Oh, no. That's a tough one. Ryan's going to let me shoot this one. I don't blame him whatsoever. As often as I've been scratching, if you're not careful, this is a high likelihood of scratching in the top right unless you put a little bit of left spin on the ball. Luckily, I was able to. And wow, folks, we're tied 10-10. We have ourselves a match. We're not the greatest two pool players on earth. We're not the two greatest pool players in the state of Missouri or the United States. We're not the two greatest pool players in our hometowns. But some mistakes, some good shots, great shots, some more mistakes. It kind of makes for an interesting match to watch, right? Of course, if you're like me and you're watching another amateur player on YouTube, for example, it always looks, watch out, cue ball, and another scratch on the break. Wow, how many is that? 3, 4? That's killing me. Yeah, if you're like me, you're always watching other amateur players and you think, I'm better than that guy or that girl. I can compete against this guy. He's in the U.S. AMs and he's in the final rounds. I can beat this guy. Yeah, it's never as easy as it looks on TV, guys. For sure. Not to mention the pressure you have while you're at the table, or the conditions. Table may run fast or slow. Lots of variables. So Ryan's looking to regain the lead. As long as he can, he drifted a little far. Rather be just to the left of where he's at by a few inches so he can get a better line on the 6. So we let the cue ball float towards the rail. That way he can hopefully try to come back a little bit of low right, miss the 8 ball, and come off the rail for position on the 7. He misses the 6. Possibly leaving me with a bank shot. Not the easiest bank in the world. It's kind of an inverted angle. A little bit of right spin will always help in this situation. That'll tend to widen the path of the object ball, like so. And really good shot there. Played nearly perfect position. Not perfect angle to get on the north side of the 8 ball, or the bottom side, I should say. So I'm going to play on the top side and see if I can get a little retribution from the shot in the third match that I missed, the 9 ball. Nope, no retribution. Just confirmation.
I'm not gonna like it.
So that's a shot I should be working on after this match. And looks like the 8 may barely go in the corner. Really tough to tell. Perhaps not, the way Ryan is taking his time. Looks like he's lined up. Oh, no. Tries to kiss off the 8 and pocket the 9. And it's a miracle that it didn't fall. Okay, all I got to do is just make this 8 ball now. Take your time. All right. Score is now 11-10, and I'm in the lead for the first time in the match. I could win this, folks. Wow. Ryan's a very good player. I know he's given away at least 4, maybe 5 games that he should have won. On the flip side, I've given away as many, if not more. So, hey, we're not pros. You know, we miss shots. We miss cue. We scratch on breaks. Currently on a 5-0 run, believe it or not. Wow, okay. That kind of snuck up on me. Yeah, it was 10-6, I remember. Okay, another pretty good break. Not an ideal shot on the 1, but a lot of defensive opportunities here. I'm thinking probably just banking the 1 ball. Maybe even trying for the side pocket bank. And if you miss, the ball should drift back behind the 4 and 6. I hit that way too firm, way too firm.
Trying to hide the 1, but still try to go for the 9.
But you better not be eating that road.
Alright, so Ryan's going to switch into game mode, I'm sure, here. Behind for the first time in the match after a strong early lead. And wow.
That was the worst safety of all time.
I'm not sure if Ryan's getting tired or what's going on, but very uncharacteristic. Some of these last few missed shots. Okay, let's see where I play the 4 here, because it's going to be tough to get back around. Ooh, yeah. It's going to be a tough cut shot in the top left, but could also use the 6 and 7 as blocker balls should I opt for the safety.
That's usually how I always play when I'm gambling.
Looks like that's what I'm trying, and I don't get the 4 past the 8, so another missed safety. Still a chance to get back to the table, though. At this angle, Ryan will be pocketing the 4. If he goes for the side pocket, it will be nearly impossible to get good position on the 5 for the top left corner. So he may choose to go in the bottom left corner with this 4 ball and play the natural position on the 5 that way.
That's pretty sporty. Like,
But see, I knew the 5 was at the other end of the table, so, you know.
Yeah.
do like that. Do like jab this ball.
Really tough here. Let's see what he does. Okay, he goes for the side and draws back. Not a terrible shot.
Take my medicine. I'm gonna need Prozac after this shot.
Okay, let's see if he goes for the combo here. Prefer to be a little straighter in, but let's see if what I was saying about the combination shots being a little harder than you think. Let's see if that rings true here. Nope. Great shot by Ryan. Score is now tied 11-11.
So easy. Even if it's a wire combo.
Great match going here.
There's no such thing as a wire. All combos are hateful.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of the new WPA 9-ball formats where
The way I landed on it,
they're having the best of 3 sets with a tiebreaker, the ball on the spot? I don't know. It's a little different.
well, maybe you get lucky. So if I dog that 2 like here, and it goes 2 rails in the play.
Not sure if I like it or not. The spot shot is it's pretty interesting. Who was it that had the match? Oh gosh. Who was it, guys? Help me out here. Drop a line in comments. Who were the 2 players that played and they had, gosh, it was like 15, 16, 18 spot shots where they would either both make it in their turn, or if one of them would miss, the next one would miss, and it just went on and on and on forever. That was something to watch. That was really cool. Pretty good break for Ryan. Makes his customary 2 balls. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm old school, but I just like the good old-fashioned single race to 9, 11, 13. Why is it always odd numbers anyway? Why can't we have a race to 10 or to 8 or 14 instead of 15? I don't know. Okay, really good safety there by Ryan. Really, really good defensive player. And a 9-ball, you got to be just as good on defense as offense.
Because she got up off her shot and then went back down, and she was pissed.
Yeah, that's bench.
I used to want to, when I first started getting kind of good, and I was breaking and running ever so often, I would try to break and run every rack, which ideally, I guess that's everyone's goal, right? I mean, once you get to a certain level, you've perfected your break, you've ironed out every weakness in your game. Josh Filler, Feder Gorst, SVB, those guys, yeah, absolutely. they can put together 4 packs, 5 packs, 10, 15 in a row. Of course, I'm not going to be doing that, but I got in a bad habit of trying the riskier shots instead of playing safe, going for the run out, missing, and then losing the game and or match. So I would much rather win the match with 0 breaking runs than to have 3 or 4 or more breaking runs and lose the match. I know it always looks cool. It's impressive. But life isn't always about breaking and running. It's about sitting back every once in a while, looking at your options, picking the safer one so you can live to fight another day.
Yeah, that 3-ball go with that 9-ball hanging over.
See if he can get back around on the other side of this. Ooh. I really thought he would come back up on the other side of this. Oh, I'm sorry. He's on the 4-ball. I'll start paying attention. Okay, a little flat on the 6, but probably going to be okay here. So he's going to try to pop into the 9. Ooh. Yeah, he would have to play that with a lot more speed to knock that 9-ball out further. And I'm predicting a jump shot here. Yep. Ryan, much better at jumps than I am. So I'll give him at least a 50% chance of making this shot here.
If I hit the camera, I get an extra point.
Just got to watch that cue ball because it's going to be coming back around towards that top left corner. Oh, just barely misses.
Oh, no.
All right, so got to take advantage of this opportunity here. Make the 7-ball. Looks like it'll be probably play it with some top right. Didn't want to shoot too hard, but hard enough to get decent position. And to go up 12 to 11. Money. All right. All right, we're nearing the end of this match, folks. Still anybody's game. Hope everyone is enjoying their late spring, early summer, wherever they're at. Weather's been pretty awesome here in Missouri, believe it or not. When we're not getting tornadoes or floods or earthquakes or droughts or hail. A lot of beautiful things in the state of Missouri. A lot of disasters in Missouri too because of the weather. Seems like we get a whole, I don't know, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks in the spring and fall of no air conditioner and no heater. So you kind of save some money on energy costs there. But by and large, you've got your heater or air conditioner running nearly every day of the year. Didn't come up far enough for the 2-ball. I mean, it's makeable now, but again, just little errors like that add up and they can be very costly. And again, I thought that I would always walk around the table and look at the position for the next shot, as I mentioned earlier. I thought I was doing that in 2023, but apparently not. I guess that's a part of my game that I worked really hard on, and now it's muscle memory. I don't even think about it. And I don't do lessons very often anymore, but whenever I do, that's one of the things that I'm going to preach at you about. And here I am not doing it. So, okay. Ryan straight enough on the floor. Play the 5-6 combo. Probably needs to play this with a little bit of left spin just to get that cue ball out of the way. You don't want it running into the 5 like that. But he's fortunate. Matter of fact, a little better off that he ran into the 5. But I always try to avoid that ball if possible. Wow, we're just trading game for game at this point. Looks like it's going to be tied at 12. Could have another great ending. One of my favorite matches, challenge matches that I've played at home was against Eric Lacey. We played a race to 25, and we would alternate 8 and 9 ball each game. And Eric, I believe he's a 650 Fargo, something like that. Much, much more experienced than me. Definitely the superior player. Got off to a pretty good start. He did, not me. And I chipped away, and I ended up leading him 24-23. And I remember me playing a safety. I nailed it, and I thought, bam, I got him. He's gonna miss. I'm gonna take the ball in hand, and I'm winning 25-23. I'm winning this match. Never in a million years thought I would. I believe he made a miraculous kick shot, made the ball, ran out the next game maybe, and then won the last game to beat me 25-24, I believe, or 25-23. This is kind of turning out to be a close one, kind of like that. Kind of tough to tell whether he can see the 2. I guess he can. Ooh. Not sure if he was going for to make the 2 in the top right corner, but nevertheless, another opportunity for me. And this is the time of the match when you slow down, at least your mental approach, slow down, really think through each shot. Is that the position I want to take? Is that the line I want to take? Is that the shot I want to shoot? When you've played 20, 30 games, or if you've been playing all day or all week each day, you're kind of in stroke already, probably. So the physical part of the game will come. But at this point, every shot is very important. And again, guys, we're not playing for money. We're not playing for a trophy. It's just a fun, friendly challenge match. But we pool players have pride. We want to win, especially against the guys that are seemingly better than us. So I could have been down 13-2, tied it at 14, and then lost the last rack, and I would have been upset with myself. So that's how much pride I have, even when I overperform. If the end result isn't what I was hoping for, then it's a big disappointment. So, and that's something I've got to learn to live with. Not learn to live with the disappointment, but learn to live with not being a perfect pool player, which nobody is. God, some of these guys today in the pros are about as close as you will ever see to being perfect. But I've just got to realize, hey, I'm not a professional. I never will be, and not that I ever thought that I could be necessarily. I mean, I guess anybody could be, if you have the time, the dedication to do it. But at my age, this is just something I do for fun. Of course, I try to get better, but at some point, where your skill level kind of plateaus off, you've either got to, whoa, hey, at least I didn't scratch there, but rattled that one home. That was a big shot, so I'm up 13-12. Yeah, again, I'm just taking a short break right now from pool. I'll be uploading matches again soon, hopefully. No APA matches for a while, obviously, since I'm skipping this session. Think I'm returning for the next session, I believe the summer session. We'll see if my Vegas team will have me back.
Yeah, now that you say it,
I'm starting to lighten up a little bit now and not seem so overly frustrated at myself. Of course, I have a lead, so starting to break a lot better, control the cue ball a lot better, pocketing more balls, getting better looks at the one. From here, though, tough to say if the two will go in the right side pocket, if given the perfect position. Of course, that 7 ball was going to be on the way. If I'd have bumped it a little more, the cross or the bank in the left side might have been doable. Let's see what I do here. Just going for a little slide safe. Not going to work though. A lot of failed safeties in this match. Good shot by Ryan to hold the line on the 4 ball. Just barely, looks like he just barely got the angle that he'll need to fall on the right side of the 8 ball. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Okay, from here, I believe the conventional wisdom is to play with a little bit of right spin to come 2 rails forward and back. Let's play on the right side of the 9. Looks like, I don't know, he was pointing a stick at the lower short rail. He's just gonna go with top right, and ooh, didn't quite get there. Tough position to be in for Ryan. Looks like he's just gonna play a safety, push the 9 to the rail, leave the cue ball at the other end of the table. Probably a little concerned about letting the cue ball float too far down table since he's going back and forth. So it left me with an angle to bank or to cut the 9 ball. This would be a huge game win right here if I can pull it off. And I do. All right. Very nice. All right, I'm up 14-15 on the hill. Let's see if I can pull this off. So I went from a 9-4 deficit and have gone on a 10-3 run. Okay. Okay, on the hill and breaking, leading 14-12. Again, the 9 on the break does not count in this match. Guys, how many times are you on the hill in a close match? Everything is working great. You're playing great. You're breaking great. Not that I necessarily was, but breaking much better than I was earlier. Making a ball, at least a ball on every break. You get on the hill, dry break. It's either that or you might make 3 or 4 balls on the break, but you're hooked on your first shot. That's just the pool god's way of kind of evening things out a little bit. So speaking of hooked, no shot on the 1 ball here, so just need to be careful and get a good hit so I don't give up ball in hand.
Try to run out instead. Well, maybe not that one.
Yeah, just not very many good options here. Could possibly look at tying up a ball. Maybe even just simply bumping the 6 closer to the top right corner pocket to block the 1 ball maybe. But then you've got the 1-9 combo that's playable. And I missed the 1, so I'm going to give up ball in hand. A little tricky here. You think that he'll probably play the 2-7 combo. Not a whole lot of options here. Pretty decent position there. Would not surprise me in the least bit to see Ryan win these next few games at least. Wow, and he's hooked himself again. Should be an easy bank or jump or masse. He made a pretty good masse earlier in the match. He's going for it again. And he makes it, but masse is a little too much and the ball follows it in. Oof. So here you go, Randy. Here's an opportunity to close this match out. No big problems I see here. Going from the 4 and into the 5 in the side. 6 in the corner, 7 in the opposite corner. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the 3 ball. So again, mixing up the 3 and the 7. A little too straight on the 4. So I've got to cheat the pocket a little bit. And also play it with too much speed. Oh, perfect. Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, and I knew I had a good opportunity there and probably just blew it. But the match is not over. The game is not over. So always keep your head in it. Because you never know. Pretty tough situation here. Not a lot of good playable safeties on the board. So I'm not even sure what I'm doing. Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't know that at that. I didn't see the angle where I could play that. So definitely played the right shot, the smart shot, the higher percentage shot. And yeah, Ryan's going to give this a whack and see what happens. Not much. I left a bank for me.
It's gonna be straight by the end of the night.
I don't want your strings.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Guys, thanks again for tuning in and watching this match. If you've made it this far, surely no more than 2 or 3 of you. Long match, so one of the longer ones I've posted. Going over the 2-hour mark. Well, I left this one open for a 5-9 combo. So we could be seeing the end of this game a little prematurely. And this combo is a pretty easy shot. Yep. All right, so Ryan closes the gap. It's now 14-13. And I'm rooting for a hill. And even if I lose the next 2 racks, I'm fortunate enough that I made it this far. So if I would have lost 15-10, I think overall, depending on a few things, I might have been fairly okay with my performance or my results. Any closer, I'd have been happy. If I would have won, I would have been just tickled to death because, again, Ryan, to me at least, seems to be the better player by far. We'll see what happens, though. One ball is kind of off of the pocket a little too far to play the 1-rail kick. So we haven't had a push out this entire match, have we? I'm just now realizing that. This is rack 28. We've not had a single push out. Of course, I scratched on all my breaks, and Ryan made 2 balls and then got a shot on the 1 every break. So, so no need to. Yep, so we're having our first push out. Wow, okay. Oh, not sure exactly what he was going for there. He almost hooked himself on the shot. Could have really made a mistake there, but obviously I'm going to take the shot. And so we're going from the 2 to the 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Don't see any big problems. Didn't really want to bump into the 9, but thinking, okay. Apparently that's the 3 ball. I was thinking that's the 5. Well, it looks like that's the okay. It's probably the 5 and 7 ball, I guess, or excuse me, the 3 and 7 ball. Nice safety there. And just puts it at that awkward angle where the hit is going to be easy, no problem, but in order to, now the combination, the kick combo, if you want to call it that, is not playable. But depending on how far the 3 ball's off the rail, he may be able to go rail, ball, rail, and then into the 7, and that's what he's trying to do, but doesn't happen. So another opportunity here for me to close this match out. I think as long as I don't get too squirrely here on the 4, I should be fine, question mark. Okay, so good so far. And I want to get as straight as I can be, if not closer to the rail on the right side for this 6-7 combo. Yeah, it's not ideal, but as long as I don't hit the 7 ball with the 6 ball too far on the right side or the left side of it, should be fine. Kind of want to, yeah, just kind of hug that gap between the ball and the rail there. Okay, 3 more balls. Okay, really good position on the 8. All right, there we go. Hey, Ryan, I want to thank you for coming out and playing this challenge match with me. It was great getting to know you a little bit. Wish you the best, brother. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in and watching, and we'll see you on the next video. It won't be that long, I promise you guys. All right, everybody take care.